Kenya, utamu wa Kenya. Karibu onje utamu. Utamu wa Kenya, utamu wa Kenya. Onjeni utamaduni wetu. Ujue historia yetu. Ndio joto la upendo wetu. Na ladha ya nguvu yetu. Karibu onje utamu. Utamu wa Kenya, utamu wa Kenya. Karibu onje utamu. Utamu wa Kenya, utamu wa Kenya.
12 home cooks made it into the Fuata Flava kitchen. 6 remain. Which one of them has what it takes to take home 1 million Kenya shillings? Last week saw the show start off calm and suddenly take a wild twist, with Chef Ben breaking his own rules and letting everyone proceed. Does this mean the stakes are higher? Have the contestants got to up their game even more this week? What else do the judges have up their sleeves?
Hi, my name is Kobe Kihara. I love everything about food. This is why this is going to be such an exciting journey for me.
I am Chef Benjamin Nyaga. I've worked in some of the greatest fine dining restaurants in Nairobi. Join us while we take you through this journey of culinary mastery.
Fuata Flava is cutting through the ordinary this season and turning up the heat. Who will wow and who will pack their bags? This will certainly surprise you. Watch.
If you think you've seen it all, you haven't, because it only gets tougher, and we're yet to see how much further they can push it.
Jean, please enter the Fuata Flava kitchen.
I'm from Mikindani, Mombasa. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a model, only for me to realize that food also is a form of art. There was something called culinary arts.
I love everything save for the rocket lettuce. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I won't forget it. It oozes some sort of, if God's ever had fish, it would be salmon. Everybody's going to cook their salmon, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm a rebel-ish. I made a sushi. For my rice, I just used regular rice. And then the filling of the sushi, I used beef bacon, mushrooms, and spring onions.
Next, we have Javet.
Official coach for the IAAF, the International Federation for Athletics. I'm Mauritian. I grew up in a family where people like cooking, people like eating, and we're quite festive. The big challenge is to make this kidney look good and taste good, using with some wisdom, I should say.
This is creative.
The little tricks I tried to play around did work well.
Your dish was impressive, it was creative, and it was definitely out of the box.
Thank you very much. If I remove the skin, all the fat of the salmon would have been lost. Oh, I like it.
You do, huh?
Yeah. So the rocket is very strong, so we have to play with some different flavors.
Rose, step up.
I come from a big family. We're like 6 of us. I think being in this show will actually teach me a lot.
Right now we're competing with, the last 6. 6 people are gone. When you look at it, 6 people are gone. It's not easy.
What's happened to the rest of your salmon?
I don't want to do all of it.
Really?
Yeah.
What, are you making a starter?
No, I'm not making a starter.
Can I try?
Yeah. Thanks. Trust me, you don't want to do that.
Next up, Amina.
Hana maringo, sumbui watu, wala sigombanangi na watu. And she's my mama. She can be cooking even on our wedding. I used to admire her. That's how I picked up. Kitu iko sawa except pastry. Unajua mimi ni mama mwenye nilisema najaribu utajifundisha tu. Kwa jile vitu kama technique hizo sijawahi kuona.
Okay.
Utafanya vegetable. Kando. Na hii ndio nitaweka maini.
Okay.
Utafanya kwa pastry. Life yangu ni mke nyumbani. Jiko sijawahi kutumia oven, nimewahi kutumia jiko. I can bake food from jiko. I can make a cake out of it. But if you give me an oven, I have never seen an oven.
It's all right.
All of them know. It's only me.
Cook me sour.
I learn. When I go back home, I learn.
Next, Tendai, please come in.
If you're making something people are gonna have to eat, it has to be to its best. So I do it in a way that it's like no other. It's not every day you get to cook in front of a country.
Okay, how's your pastry?
It's, I don't know, it's pretty quiet.
It's rising.
Yeah, but it's trying a bit.
You might want to check the heat on that.
Pressure is on, huh?
Yes, it is, which is a good thing.
Tendai, you seem to have a lot in your head. There's too much stuff in your head going on. And I'm almost feeling like I'm cooking for you because the number of mistakes I call out, I'm going to give up on you as well. Go. And you think about what I've said.
Sure. The game is definitely getting much more hotter.
Contestants, this season has been filled with lots of surprises. I have one more for you. Contestant number 6, please step forward.
And she's back. Whoa, that's a twist.
There's a new player to the game. Who knows what she has learned in the time she was away. And, you know, if anything, she would be the most hungriest because we have been here, you know, keep on giving on. And she has had that second card of coming back.
Angie, you impressed me in your auditions. I'm sorry to say, but this is the end of your journey.
Angie, who was one of the first contestants to leave, has just been brought back into the Fuata Flava kitchen. So why bring in one more contestant? Previously, Sada humbly stepped down for breaking the rules.
I've realized that I made a mistake. You know, it's always good to accept the mistake you make.
In last week's episode, none of the contestants was eliminated.
You all have a chance to still be the 1 million shilling jackpot winner.
But as some guessed, there would be repercussions.
I feel as if there could be consequences next time.
Those eliminated so far are Anissa, Kayum, Edwin and Michael, who declined coming back into the kitchen.
Michael would have been the one who would come back because she was left with him. But Michael has chosen not to go on with it.
I've pushed myself to the limit, and I really think it's a good idea to leave.
So what is the thinking behind the judges bringing back Angie?
Angie, I've been really thinking about her and how she wowed us in the auditions, and she really seems to have a knack and passion for this. What do you think about her?
Well, yes, I agree. You know, during the auditions, she actually became one of those people that I got attached to.
I didn't expect to be eliminated this soon because I believe I'm really passionate about my cooking. I think Chef Ben noticed my mistakes. He just thought maybe if I had another chance, I'll do better. I'm 25 years old, the last born in our family. I'm an artist. I do paint. I do it as a hobby. When I'm just free and I feel like using the colors, I just do it. My style of cooking, I'll say it's urban, but I give it a little twist. What makes me happy is when I can use different type of spices and herbs and just trying different things.
How long did you cook your liver?
I did it with low heat first, but I wanted it well done. I'm confident because I know my mistakes.
There's a lot going on in my mouth right now. I'm not entirely sure what to make out of everything that's going on.
I know what I'm not supposed to do, which I'll not do.
Angie, you impressed me in your auditions, but this is the end of your journey.
I think I'm gonna work on making it a little bit like more, not spicy, but mixing up a lot of ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Angie is back. And of course, she's contending alongside you for 1 million shillings. What does that mean? It's just gonna get tougher.
It's a challenge. You have to accept.
It's a very good idea. I think it's a creative idea.
I'm so happy to see Angie back. She's like my best friend here.
Contestants, as you know, there are secret ingredients in your baskets which you must use. Look around and you'll see an awesome kitchen. You have ingredients from all corners, on the shelves, in the fridge, and of course from the Soko fresh vegetables. Contestants, here we go. Open up your Fuata Flava kikapus.
In today's basket, we have Royco, untrimmed beef tenderloin, beef bacon, and gorgonzola cheese.
I was so shocked because in my auditions, I used tenderloin. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't make the same thing.
At first when I saw the meat, I thought it was some huge intestine of some sort. Because I looked at it and I was like, what is that?
Nearly every week I make tenderloin.
I've never used the gorgonzola cheese. I don't know, but you guys keep bringing things I've never used.
It's very close to the Roquefort, to the Bresse Bleu, you know, so it's this quality of fermented cheese.
Of all the senses in my tongue, what my tongue can discriminate, it discriminates most bitterness, and that cheese is bitter.
It's not that bitter, so you can just use it maybe doing a sauce.
The smell is very strong, and I thought it was going to taste better when I tasted it. Though it's very rich. It's okay. I can work with that, even though I've never used that type of cheese before.
Contestants, the challenges will only get tougher, and what Chef Ben and I are looking for is for you to wow us this week.
You will each be given 45 minutes to complete this challenge. When the time stops, the cooking stops. Understood? Please start now.
Today, somehow, though, they're very good ingredients. You know, we've got the beef tenderloin, we've got the bacon, we've got the cheese. Anything could be made.
Watu wote watashuka na wote tutafika pamoja. It doesn't mean mwenye yako nyuma hatafika pia. So let's just cross our fingers. Let me do my little things.
And I hope it works for me. I really hope it works for me.
I'm going to enjoy what I'm going to do today.
Today's Royco natural ingredient quick cooking tip.
Paprika helps extend the taste and flavor of other herbs and spices with its sweet peppery flavor. It is packed with health benefits, which is why it's one of the 16 natural ingredients found in Royco. One way I like to use Royco is in my croutons. Add some blue band. Add some Royco. Add some diced bread. Toss occasionally until evenly browned. Add into any soup of your choice. Top it off with some nice fresh herbs. This may just be what you need for one of those really cold nights. Start now.
With the judges' surprise behind them, the contestants get to doing what brought them here, cooking.
Hi.
Your station is so much neater today.
Yeah, I've actually, I was like, today I'm going to be cleaning as I go.
I've seen you're actually very organized.
You notice I haven't run around today.
I know. What are you making, hun?
Beef tenderloin. If my memory is correct, I know it's a very delicate piece. It's a very, it's a very good piece. I think it's fairly soft when you cook it. It's like butter when you cook it very well. So there are lots of things you could do with it. Let's say the kidney we did around 2 weeks ago. I had to transform it and do the same thing I would do with meat. And I'd have done the process now, but I can't do it again because I'll be kicked out immediately. You know, I've used almost all the tricks in my book this past 2 months, and the book is coming to an end slowly. But you know what? The book has a couple of pages till the finals. Let's hope. So I think today I'll try something new.
How are you feeling about today's ingredients?
Pretty interesting.
Yeah?
Let's see how it goes. I've not done tenderloin before, but is it season 1? I saw Chef say he likes his meat medium rare.
That cheese is an interesting one.
Yeah. Never used it before, but it's pretty creamy. It's creamy, so I think it's good to use in stock, like in a stew or something. It melts easily. It's all like the Parmigiano that will come and again solidify. I was thinking of doing africassee, which is typically a mix of so many things: mushrooms, bacon, wine, cream, mustard. I'm thinking of making this fricassee and using it as the stuffing for this beef.
Hello, Jean.
Hello.
So you do that beef stir fry, so you're doing something crazy again?
If everything works out, I'm going to make quiche. Because when I saw the cheese, that's the first thing that came into my mind.
I hear you beating something. What's that, egg?
Yeah, this is egg. My quiche does not need so much, heat attention. It's the only thing I'll be cooking maybe is the encompassing egg, so to speak. I wanted it to be medium rare during my auditions, but because I cooked it way earlier, when it settled, it's the heat that was still in the meat sort of cooked it all through and made it really tough, because that's a very muscular fiber. So I'm really concerned about that. So I'm going for something that will actually would make me not repeat the same mistake.
Oh, this looks interesting already.
Yeah. I want to make that one dry. And then I make chapati. What I know about the meat, it's fillet. I'll not use the whole thing. Just cut a piece of it, trim nicely, and make something out of it. Chapati. It's like chapati. I want to put bacon inside, the cheese down, and then I roll it with it.
Okay.
Somewhere half I can decide to change, but this probably I'll stick to one thing.
You're trimming your beef.
Yes, because I'm going to blend it. I'm not cooking it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Filet Americain. It's raw meat with some ingredients that you leave to rest, and you can eat it.
It's going to be like a tartar.
Filet Americain. So garlic, pepper, oyster sauce, olive oil, and mayonnaise, mustard.
How are you doing, hon?
I'm good.
You okay?
Yes. I'm not gonna cut the meat. Okay, I marinate it maybe with salt and pepper, then pan fry it. Because I wanna make a crust for it, I'll do the cheese, some breadcrumbs, and some herbs. For the bacon, definitely I'll make a sauce for it.
Contestants, you now have 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left. Let's see some creativity, people. This is a very good piece of meat that you've been given here.
Newcomer Angie seems to be having some challenges already.
So Angie, how are you going? Yeah? Can I see your beef? Do you know what would happen if you cook it with that? That sinew right there.
Because I'm gonna do it with the breadcrumbs. So I just wanted to use the skin for it to hold up together because the meat is very tender.
It's a tender piece, but
yeah.
Anyway, I'm just worried about that sinew right there. So
yeah.
I don't know, maybe you need to think about that. Yeah. Have you ever worked with this before? First time?
Yeah, but I know it's tender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over at Tendai Station, things may look organized, but Chef Ben is worried about how he is handling his cart.
Tendai, what are you doing?
I'm just removing this gravy part so it will be one smooth piece.
Wouldn't it have been easier to do it when it was whole?
Doing the entire thing is whole? No, it's not a small piece because what I'll do is actually I'll slice them after I'm done with them into thinner pieces.
So what I'm saying is it would have been easier to take out whatever you were removing when it was whole, no? Then you cut whatever you needed.
Is Chef Ben pleased so far? Is he getting the results he hopes for?
What are you seeing?
Well, there are a few people who seem to have an idea of what I was actually trying to get out of this challenge. But it's too soon to tell because, I've not seen the final product yet.
Pressure is mounting on the contestants. Chef Ben seems to be expecting bigger things from the contestants. Will they impress? Will Angie make it through her first return challenge?
Because I really tried not to overcook the meat. I just had to check on the meat first.
It's a nice browning you have there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Tendai seems to have pulled himself together and is handling the meat cart as it should be.
So far, you're the only one who's cooking your beef whole.
The reason I'm cooking it whole is because I want to, first of all, I want the juices. There's a lot of juice.
Stay inside.
Yeah, so I want that nice, that's like pink center.
Yeah. Basically, what I did was a beef tenderloin, which was seared in a pan with a number of ingredients: rosemary, oregano, thyme, garlic, ginger, lemon zest.
I like that smell of the rosemary and the garlic.
The rosemary is fantabulous. It's so fresh. I'm actually enjoying it.
Nice.
And basically massaged and drizzled that lovely piece of meat with that oil. And I placed it to rest.
Rose is well into her cooking, but as Chef Ben approaches, he notices something wrong.
Rose, have you used beef tenderloin before?
Nah.
Never?
I had already tied the the meat. He told me, am I sure what happens when I put the meat in the oven with there's some bit of muscle on the meat.
Do you know what happens when you cook that part?
No. And I was like, if I undo this and start trimming it again, I will not even have time. So I'm better off plating with that key trimming. If he's gonna criticize that, fine.
No?
No.
You're just about to find out.
It may not be his preference, but at least I put something palatable on the plate because that's, the whole idea.
Gervais has taken a different route from everyone else, but seems to be getting into some challenges.
What are you trying? You're trying to make it smooth?
Yes, I added oil to it.
Well, first of all, that looks very dry.
The small blender, so now I couldn't use it, and I had to fight to try to remove it. And you know those little things, they work against you, but it's okay. It's part of the game.
Okay, contestants, you now have 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left.
With 20 minutes to go, the contestants' dishes start taking shape.
Is there a reason you're using white wine instead of red wine, or what's your strategy here?
Yeah, I want to do a fricassee as the stuffing.
Fricassee?
Yeah. So the filling was typically a fricassee because I did the sweet onions, the bacon, mushrooms, a little bit of white wine, some mustard, cream, and the gorgonzola cheese.
Wow.
Some time.
Okay.
Tendai seems to be attracting Chef Ben's attention today. Now, it's his bacon that does it.
So I have something in the oven, which is basically pepper, which I use as the housing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to use the same oil which I've been using throughout because this oil has lots of flavor. Yeah.
So is that bacon going to be?
Yes, I'm doing so right now. Actually, that's what I emptied the pot for.
Or you're gonna fancy it? Okay.
Yeah, just a small little fancier.
So contestants, you now have 10 minutes. You now have 10 minutes left. You have a whole 10 minutes left.
With 10 minutes to go, Amina has plated and is cleaning up while Sean gets to plating. How is today going to lay out for him?
I was very relaxed because maybe I was okay with what I had, the idea I had in my head.
What do you have there?
I used the whole grain mustard and some, the vanjo, cheese, some salt, bacon, like a cup, and then I made, marinated my meat in some chili, salt, and some coriander and sea salt, and then I just mix it all together with red wine.
Do you put those in the oven?
No, I just use the microwave.
All right.
At first I thought of baking my quiche, and then I just opted to use the microwave because it was more precise and I didn't want anything crusted. I just want everything to cook, and I wanted the bacon to cook and the egg also to cook.
I'm checking out if the bacon is well done. I think they need a minute.
Make sure that you have some good presentations. Make sure you have clean plates. I'm going to really be looking at that. Clean plates, good presentations.
I made melon cubes and I wrapped the bacon around it, which I grilled, so that I can use all my ingredients and make something good and beautiful.
After making the bacon, the saucepan, I didn't want it to go on waste, that oil of it. I had to pour milk and a little bit of my stuff anyway. I made a sauce out of it and I decorated my plate.
By the time Chef Ben was saying 30 seconds, I was beginning to plate.
We have 30 seconds left, people. 30 seconds.
That was it. Today was different. Not easy at all. I didn't get to taste my food at all. So I don't know if it's seasoned. I didn't taste nothing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop, Rose.
I didn't even taste that sauce because I wanted it to have a minty flavor. So I don't even know if the minty flavor is inside there. So just wait.
I'm trying to improve on my plating, trying to manage my time, but things keep coming on and then it makes my life a bit more difficult.
Nakosa, utensil inaweza kosa, but the ingredient nikipewa na niambie fanya hivi nitafanya. And I want to learn more, please.
I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, but I don't know how chef likes it. But I'm just hoping for the best.
The kitchen's definitely hit today in a very interesting way. But generally, I love my dish.
What would Chef Ben have made using this week's secret ingredients?
So this is what I do with the beef tenderloin, beef bacon, gorgonzola cheese, and Royco challenge. So I'm gonna make an herb crusted beef tenderloin. Salt, sprinkle generously, black pepper, roll it up, oil. I'm going to use a blowtorch. The idea is to seal the meat without having to do it on a pan because you tend to actually stress the meat more. Back onto my plate, Dijon mustard, thyme, parsley, tarragon, and the rosemary. Roll that beef into it. Baking tray, a little bit of oil, place my tenderloin right there, and I'm gonna cook this to about medium rare to medium. So what I'm gonna do now is to make a potato dish called râpé potatoes. What I'm gonna do is just grate this, squeeze out any excess water and place it into a bowl. I'd like to use an egg just to help it bind. Black pepper, salt, thyme, some double cream. So what I'm gonna do now is just check on my beef one more time. Add my onion quarters. I want to give it a nice caramelized flavor. A little bit of sugar, oil, and right back into the oven. I want to make my râpé potatoes. So just to help it bind, I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs. Deep fry this. So that's going to be my starch. I'm gonna take out my beef now, take my onions out. So I'm now gonna make a gorgonzola mushroom sauce, little oil. So my onion goes in, garlic, mushrooms, cut up my beef bacon. So I have my cheese. I'm gonna take just a good scoop of that. Some stock, fry some of this bacon. So I'm gonna use beef Royco mchuzi mix to just add that little flavor. Finally, some cream. A little rosemary in there. The last thing I want to do is to just simply steam my vegetables. Cut to a certain length, cut in a curved motion. A little butter, some salt, black pepper, a few spoons of hot water. I'm gonna throw in some rosemary as well. So my beef is well rested. Look at that. So there you go. My take on a beef tenderloin with gorgonzola sauce, râpé potatoes, and steamed vegetables.
You're back.
Yes, I am.
Are you excited?
Very.
It's good to have you back.
So I made the beef tenderloin and the sauce, the bacon sauce with gorgonzola and baby potatoes and the asparagus. I'm not having that, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, that feeling. Like this one, it's just a 50-50 chance.
Big comeback. You pack a good punch there. Good job.
Thank you.
You know what, Angie? I may have made a mistake bringing you back. It was worth it. Very good.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing feeling. It's really bad to have bad comment.
Nice effort. I love the presentation. I can taste the gorgonzola, but it's not overpowering. I love my meat actually medium rare.
I really tried to do the way he liked it, the meat, the medium rare. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's see what you have. So your idea was to go without cooking the beef.
They call it American fillet. Yeah, this is about creativity. This is about taking risks and putting new things on the dish. And I think that makes people think a bit differently. You know, so many people are just afraid of trying new things.
I'm seeing one of my favorite fruits. What is it?
This is melon.
I am not a fan of raw beef, but that is amazing.
Yeah.
People don't maybe mix up meat like bacon to some fruits, grill. All these little things are really, really nice when put together.
The fact that you mixed the gorgonzola cheese with that sweet melon is
It's
actually
right in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
This has actually elevated you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mama Jiko.
Nimefurahi kuniitwa Mama Jiko. Niko na mkono wa kufanya lakini bado nataka nisome ndio nipate kuelewa vitu vingine. This is why I'm called Mama Jiko. They immediately things comes up. Naona hii, naleta hii. I bring things together. Hii ndio vitu nimewapikia.
Okay.
Hapa ni nyama. Nimeweka ni machungwa kidogo na Royco. Stuff yake ni marinate. Kama bado natengeneza chapati, nilipotandaza cheese, nikaweka bacon, na carrot ndani yake.
Okay.
Sauce nayo?
Sauce ni ya ile bacon ndio nikatengeleza na maziwa.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gorgonzola ni overpowering. It's a bit strong.
Nanasi ambayo umetumia?
Ndio imepunguza.
Imepunguza.
Sawa sawa.
It's so nice.
Yeah. Chef Ben alisema he was wondering the way I was making chapati it could be salty. But when he combined the pineapple plus the bacon, he said it killed the salty. So I was right.
Umetoka
from masala thing, you know.
It's a very nice attempt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aya, asante sana.
Asante. The heat has turned up, hasn't it?
It has. All right. Over here we have seared beef marinated with a number of herbs that includes rosemary, thyme. Inside the pepper, we have green beans, up to the bacon, and at the bottom there's a foundation of potatoes, crispy potatoes, the cheese as well.
Asparagus wrapped in bacon?
Yes.
That is actually very nice. You're one of the few who cooked your tenderloin whole.
I left it to rest for some time.
I'm surprised that it actually still has that color. You could have just left it as it was. My biggest criticism about this dish, why are you still using barbecue sauce?
It was barbecue sauce, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and HB sauce.
It does not recreate a sauce. Like, today I'll make a beefy sauce with it. So I cooked them all, for quite some time, and I blended them with tomatoes and garlic. So I thought that would make it not a barbecue sauce.
I don't see why you need that on your plate.
I think you did such a great job on the meat and you did such a great job with your pepper. You could have just left that out.
All in all, it's a good effort.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
We saw you actually as one of the last people during the countdown. What happened?
While I was doing my preparation, I was waiting for kitchen strain, which wasn't in the kitchen. So I underestimated my time. I managed to plate something, which is what matters.
Let's see.
You know what, Rose, in all fairness,
Yes.
if you did not find the kitchen string, you could have easily changed your strategy.
Sure thing.
So that's really no excuse because, there's a lot more in here. I saw you doing that fricassee. It's actually quite nice. So your beef is nicely cooked.
Thanks, chef. Well, he liked my beef. He liked my feeling.
Your potatoes, thankfully, have just made it. In fact, 30 seconds less, it were probably not cooked.
Yeah.
And the potatoes, he said they were just done, which is, an okay thing. Because I said, for me, the whole idea is so long as I plate something palatable.
It looks rather simple, though. Could have done with maybe a sauce.
Yeah.
I think that could have
Well, I toasted a sauce and I think it just drained into the bits. I should have just left it in that bowl and placed it on the plate.
We'll see if this gets you through to the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's happening under this?
I was veering off from my normal minimalistic sort of plating to a more family feel, like you share a meal with someone.
So what's this?
A quiche. Used the bacon to make the cup to constitute everything together, and an egg, my tenderloin.
So the white in there is the egg.
I got some reaction, but it's not what I was expecting.
What am I looking at here? It's tomato salad.
It's not actually just a garnish that would go very well.
Okay, so the sauce is for your main entree.
Something that I'd like to pick up is the acidity in that sauce.
Yes.
I think it's totally unnecessary.
Gorgonzola, I do not like it. When I'm making something, I taste it and I sort of work out the taste to what I prefer. So to me, when I tasted it, actually I wanted to add more lemon sodas to dull notch the bitterness.
Is there a reason why you use the microwave?
I didn't want my bacon to char.
But now in the process, you scrambled your egg.
I was okay with that.
But I'm not.
Do I think this will kick me out? I don't know.
I like the taste of it. But yeah, the consistency is a bit off.
It's a good presentation, very bold, as you are. Let's hope it's enough. Contestants, clearly you have proven, as I've said before, you're not here by chance. You have really stepped up to the plate, and whilst you're away, please allow us to deliberate.
The ingredients that you've picked in the last couple of weeks, I personally just feel that you've just taken things up a notch.
So ideally, again, it's just to see how far these contestants can actually take it.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now it's about finding that person who is actually gearing to become the winner.
I agree.
Yeah.
Angie has shocked me. I honestly feel like I had made a mistake in eliminating her. Her plate had the least ingredients, but the way they were used in her plate just came out quite well.
Chef Ben can tell me nice thing, then I go. So I think I'm gonna stay. I hope so.
So what did you think about the man from Mauritius?
Well, if you consider the fact that he used the sweet melon, that's actually what really helped that gorgonzola cheese in his dish.
Many people, and I know this is a tradition in many countries, that people will never eat raw meat, but you have to take the step and try it.
This woman called Mama Jiko, my goodness, she impressed me this week.
Actually, when I saw what she did, I kind of thought, no, this is not going to work. The thing that surprised me was that pineapple that she put in there, because that actually changed the entire dish.
Vijana wametengeneza dawa wako poa. Ni chakula au tu labda itakuwa na kasoro kidogo, lakini hebu angalia vile hawa vijana wanahitaji. Congratulations, they are best.
Tendai, he was actually one of the few who, pan-seared his tenderloin whole after he had cooked it, left it to rest, and all the juices kind of like went back into their tissues and then put it back into the pan.
Yes.
But this time there's a new thing every week and you have to adapt the thing fast enough to survive.
Now let's move on to Rose, the one who gave up almost at the end.
I feel like Rose is really getting tired.
I feel that at this level of the competition, we're talking about 1 million shillings. But I believe in this case, her attitude is actually starting to show in her food.
Today, I don't know how it goes, like honestly.
Jo impressed me a lot when he had that penalty of the 15 minutes. He did a lot of shortcuts that day, which, to be quite honest, worked.
They did.
But now I almost feel like he's depending on shortcuts.
I went for a way that I knew that could still conserve the ingredients that we were given, the main ingredients that we were using.
Contestants, please step back into the Fuata Flava kitchen.
Contestants, this week was a lot tougher. Would you agree?
Yes.
This competition is about separating the ordinary from the great.
I wish to congratulate each and every one of you. You've all done a good job. You've all managed to do something very incredible. That said, we still need to remember that this is a competition and there can only be one winner and there must be a loser.
Angie, Gervais, Amina.
I almost feel like being hard on you has brought out something different. Gervais, finally, it seems like you are really looking into the advice that we're giving you. Amina, considering that you know very little about cooking, it surprises me how you still manage to come up with very, very interesting dishes.
Thank you. The three of you have proved what this competition is about. Growth, stepping up to the challenge, and excellence. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wish to remind you that this should not mean you can relax.
Yeah.
Simply means that you will all compete.
Thank you.
But for now, you are safe. Please exit the kitchen.
Thank you.
When we left this place, we had a different atmosphere. Today it's heavier.
I'm happy, but it's getting tough. Yeah.
Me, if I lose, I'll say I'm great. I've gone far. I've taken a step. What do you know? What do you need to do, Amina? Open your eyes, go for more.
Tendai, Rose, every single week, you surprise Chef Ben and I. But it will only get tougher. So the time to experiment, the time to let go, the time to give up, it's over.
Tendai, I'd really like you to look around this kitchen. There is a vast array of product in it. I will tell you one thing right now. I will automatically disqualify you if you use barbecue sauce again, should you make it through this stage. Understood?
Very much.
Rose.
Yes, Chef.
There are two kinds of people in this world that don't like excuses. Chefs and guests. Because you're missing something doesn't mean you can't cook.
Sure thing.
And that's not the reason. You can't tell me that your food didn't work because you missed something. Improvise. Speaking of improvising, Jo, I think you've taken it too far. You had ample time to cook that great dish in the oven, and it would have come out way better than what you've done for us from that microwave. Then you have this really nice gratinated cheese on top of your bacon cups, and you present it upside down. What's up with that sauce? You could have kept it simple. These 3 dishes were the weakest, and I almost feel that saving you last week has made you guys relax.
I agree with that.
Unfortunately, this week, no one is being saved. Somebody must go home. This is not the end. I hope you've learned from your experiences.
Yes, Chef.
For that whom will leave, I wish you the best. For those who stay, I really want to see how far you can push it. We are all fighting for 1 million shillings.
My only thought is, since you like to experiment, since you like to step out of the box, take a moment to think through your process. Because you can go wild, but if it doesn't taste great, it's all pointless.
Tendai?
Yes, Chef.
There was a time you annoyed me so much that I literally wanted to get you out of this. And today, you're still in. Go and think.
Thank you.
Now it's like, what next? What do I have to do to impress these guys? What does it take to, really show these guys that I have what it takes?
Simply because you're not going to make it through doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't make a good dish. It just means that there's one of you that's better than the other. And in this particular challenge, that dish was Jaws. Rose, unfortunately, you lost this challenge because you did not finish on time. You actually put your sauce after the countdown, and because of that, it disqualified you. Without the sauce on your plate, it made your dish a bit dry and incomplete.
Rose, you have great potential. The one thing that I would say is take the advice of Chef Ben, and remember, at the end of everything, it's about love for food, it's about love for cuisine, and sharing that with the people that you love and the rest of this country. Don't make excuses, because you could be really, really great.
Thank you. Please exit the Fuata Flava kitchen.
I escaped it again.
You know, it's always a sad thing, sad moment.
I really know how it feels to just be sent home.
You are among the best, and at some point you have to leave.
It's been great. I mean, since it all started like something I wasn't even really planning to do. I mean, getting this far, like to the final 6, is a big deal.
Utamu wa Kenya.